What's up everyone, Jun with the Sushi Man, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the simplest and one of my all-time favorite Japanese breakfast foods, and that is Tamago Kake Gohan, or TKG for short. It's actually the very first meal that I learned how to make on my own, probably when I was like 5, and I've been eating it ever since. Now, some of you may be wondering, is it safe to eat raw eggs? Well, I'm no nutrition specialist, but I've been eating it for decades, and I'm still here. But more on that later in this video. Alright, now let's get right into it. But first, I just want to give a quick thanks to you. Whether you're new or returning to my channel, thank you for being here. Now, I want to ask you for a simple favor. If you're enjoying my content and you're finding it helpful, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does make a difference and it allows me to continue making more creative and better content. So again, I really appreciate you all being here. Okay, now back to our video. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Is it safe to eat raw eggs? The answer to that is highly dependent on your location. In Japan, there are strict regulations and very rigorous hygiene standards for egg production, from the farmers all the way to the packers, so it's generally considered safe to consume raw eggs. In the States, eating raw eggs is often seen as dangerous and a risk for salmonella. They say about 1 in every 20,000 eggs may be contaminated. Now, that number will be seen differently depending on the person. Some may see that and think it's a really low risk, while others may think it's super high. Ultimately, it's up to you. Is there a risk? Well, yes. Feels like everything nowadays does. I think what's more important is that you're doing the quality control. Use new eggs, free range or pasture raised, that are high quality and from a reputable source. And if you can find pasteurized eggs or pasteurize them yourself, then you pretty much eliminate the risk altogether. I personally never done it, so not sure how it'll turn out with Tamago Kake Gohan, but if you're worried about the risk, then it might be worth trying. Now, obviously, if you're pregnant, immunocompromised, or thinking about giving it to your young children, then you probably don't want to take the risk. But again, I'm no doctor or specialist by any means, so do your own due diligence. I've been eating it since I was in elementary school, here in the States, and I can't remember a time that I got sick, knock on wood. But I was raised back in the pre-internet era, so we didn't have easy access to all this information and data that we have now. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, let's move on to our ingredients. The two most important and obvious ingredients are the rice and egg. I use Japanese short grain rice, which is what I recommend, but you're free to use the rice of your choice. The important part is to use freshly steamed rice. We want it to be nice and hot, which actually cooks the egg a little bit to give it that creamy texture. And then we have one large egg. I personally like to use this Heritage free-range eggs from Happy Egg. They have this really nice amber yolk and it just tastes better in my opinion. Plus, I can easily find it at most grocery stores. And then the third important ingredient is the soy sauce. You can use whatever soy sauce you like, but I recommend following my Nikiri Joyu recipe and using that. It gives it more umami and depth to the overall flavor. There's also special soy sauce specifically made for Tamago Gohan, which I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, those are really the only ingredients you need, but let's go over some toppings that'll enhance your TKG experience. First one is some green onion, which is my personal favorite. Next one I like to add is some katsuobushi, or dried bonito flakes, which adds even more umami to it. I also like to use some furikake sometimes. Or another one of my favorites, natto, which is fermented soybeans. It's a perfect match with Tamago Gohan. Not to mention it's super healthy and has so many health benefits. I have a whole video on this if you're interested. And you can also add some pickled ginger on the side for a nice balance. Alright, that's it for the ingredients. Now let's start making this. Alright, the first thing you want to do is cook the rice, and make sure to time it so that it's nice and hot when you're ready to eat. I've already cooked mine here and it's ready to go. Next, let's dice up our green onion. Okay, next, I'm just going to crack open this egg into a small bowl. And I like to take this white membrane thing out, but that's just me. And that's it. Now we're ready to plate. And you want to put a small pocket in the middle here so that the egg sits right in the center. And now we add our toppings. And we drop the egg right in the middle. And there you have it. I'm telling you, it can't get much simpler than this. And it's so satisfying, not to mention packed with protein and nutrients. It's a great way to start the day right. And if you want to take it to the next level, add some miso soup, broiled fish, and some tsukemono on the side, and you got yourself a full-on traditional Japanese breakfast. Alright, I'm gonna take some photos real quick, and then I'll show you how to actually eat this. Okay, so first you want to pour some soy sauce, which I did a little bit already, but I'm gonna pour a bit more. And then using some chopsticks, you just want to mix it all up. And that's it. Simple as that. Now it's time to eat. Itadakimasu. So good. Hits the spot every time. Alright, that's it for this video. As always, feel free to leave me any questions or comments below. And let me know if you're a TKG fan. Maybe you're new to it or have been eating it for years like me. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Arigatou gozaimasu.